Yeah, we're here.
What's up? I heard you went to Atlantic City, Jeff.
I did go to Atlantic City.
How was it? How long were you there for?
Just 2 days. 2 days. Yeah, I left on Monday.
Did you just get back today?
I just got back a couple hours ago.
Did you win some money?
I won some money and I gave it right back.
Well,
so
I mean,
didn't spend any money.
That's fair. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I won. I won.
You play slot machines, or did you
play
play
slot machines?
Yeah.
And you know what's funny too?
I like blackjack.
Yeah. Well, I realized I don't like interacting with people all that much.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So,
if you're at a table with people, you're stuck interacting.
yeah, and I don't
them.
want to fucking talk to anybody.
Yeah,
you know what I
yeah.
mean? Like unless I'm sitting at a bar and then I want to talk to somebody.
Right.
But if I'm doing my thing, so I sat at some of the electronic poker tables. And
Right,
shit like
right,
that,
right.
You know what I mean? But I suck at it, so
Yeah.
I would sit at the bar and they would have the.
I
thing
like
right
the
there,
blackjack, but I also don't want to talk to anybody. But I don't look very friendly, so.
Yeah, but I was. I had 2 bad experiences playing blackjack.
You pooped yourself?
No. So the first time I went, I sat down playing blackjack. I was with Chris Santos and a whole bunch of other people, and we all he taught me how to play. He taught me we sat in a room for a while, so I didn't feel like a dick going to the table, and it was a whole experience.
It's really not that hard.
Yeah, no, I know, but people get pissed at you if you fucking pick the wrong card. You know what I mean? Because you took their card.
That's ridiculous.
So you're gonna piss people off the table.
You do what you want to do.
Yeah, but I had the fucking dealer yelling at me. There was this
Really?
little old woman yelling at me.
Why?
Oh, you shouldn't be sitting in that seat. So I felt like a dick. So I'm so then I went into so then we went on a cruise. I went on a cruise. And when I was on the cruise, I was playing blackjack, and then I was that guy yelling at the person for picking the wrong card.
Jesus
Because
Christ.
now I knew how to play, and it was only a month later.
Yeah.
But I was annoyed because it was dude, that was a bad fucking. So I just don't want to interact with
People
anybody.
are allowed to pick whatever fucking cards they want.
And that's what I'm saying. You
It's
know what I
stupid
mean?
that
So-
anyone gets mad at anybody. You
Yeah.
can't be like, that was my card. No,
Yeah.
this guy decided that he wanted a card.
But people get pissed off.
That's
at you,
ridiculous.
So yeah, I don't like interacting with people. So I play the slot machines. I'll play the electronic ones. I sat at a bar and I drank a little bit. I relaxed. I took a bath.
Took a bath?
Yeah, I took a bath.
Took a bath.
I had a big fucking giant
That was
bathtub.
a big jump. It went
That's
from
cool.
alcohol. I took a bath.
Sometimes a
read.
bath is nice.
I did. I
a
read
little
in the tub.
self-love.
I had a fucking giant fucking 24-ounce fucking Heineken and
In the tub?
in
Oh,
the
yeah,
tub
yeah, I
and
know
a,
what you're
and a
talking
fucking
about.
book.
Fantastic.
Oh, that's nice.
Fantastic.
Yeah, it was cool, man. I chilled.
You can't drop that book in there, though. You got to be careful.
No, I can't.
Can't drink your
I feel-
24-ounce Heineken, get wasted, and drop your book in
No,
your
I
tub.
can't. I realize I got to get a Kindle though because I'm starting to get.
You don't
books.
want to drop your Kindle in the
Jesus,
tub,
that's
even
especially.
worse.
I got to get one because I'm starting to pile up on books that.
You can get rid of them, you know.
Yeah, no, I know.
Give them to Housing Works.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
It's a nice thing to do.
Yeah.
You can also write it off on your taxes,
Oh yeah.
by the way,
All right, that's
because
good
it's
to know.
considered charity.
That's good to know.
And the Housing Works in Soho. It's in Soho.
Yeah.
They have other Housing Works that are furniture or that are designer clothes, but they have that one bookstore,
Yeah.
and all the books that they sell go to help homeless people with AIDS.
Oh, that's cool.
So it's a nice way to get rid of your books.
Speaking of homeless people with AIDS, fucking.
I'm so scared of what you're about to say.
Well, no. So
Stories
listen,
for
Atlantic
days.
City's shady as fuck. You
It's
know
sure.
what I mean?
Well,
Like,
yeah,
there's-
especially if you go 1 minute off the fucking boardwalk.
Of course, and everybody's asking me for money and fucking whatever, and I wanted to fucking be like, listen, I'm here to waste a little bit of money,
Not on you.
act like a slot machine if you're gonna fucking if I hand you a 20,
Yeah,
just
go
at
ching,
least
ching.
Slot-
exactly.
slot machines.
Yeah.
I'm gonna push
Roll your eyes back.
yeah, I'm gonna push your belly button, and you're gonna make noises.
You're terrible. Jesus
That's what I
fucking
was
Christ.
thinking. This fucking woman, can you have $20? I'm like, $20?
That's a lot, man.
I gotta put that in a slot
Inflation.
machine.
You have $20. Fucking bitch.
And then, dude, so
Crazy.
I was getting a little bit bored because I was there by myself. Kelsey couldn't go, so I just said fuck it and went by myself. She couldn't go, so I'm like, I went by myself because I was like, I needed a break. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Jeff on an
it was a
adventure
rough
in
week.
AC.
Yeah. So I was like, but after taking baths and sitting by myself at the bar on a fucking Monday, Tuesday
Did you get
night,
some sleep though?
I did. I got
That's
some
nice.
sleep.
That's why I like to go away by myself sometimes because I need to get some fucking sleep and I can't.
Yeah, you can't. It was-
Unless I'm by myself.
So I went to fucking Johnny Rockets for fucking lunch yesterday, and I was kind of hungover from the night before, and the guy's like, do you want a little Bacardi in your Coke? And I'm like, all right, fuck it, yeah, why not? So I did. I drank. That was like 11:30 in the morning. I went up. I took another nap till fucking 2
There you
o'clock.
go.
You know what I mean? It was
Fantastical.
beautiful. So speaking of homeless people with fucking AIDS, this guy
Oh, here
wasn't
we go.
homeless, but this douchebag. So last night I was starting to get a little bit bored.
Douchebag.
Because Bally's, I was at Bally's, and Bally's is pretty quiet. You know what I mean? There's not a lot going on there.
But it's
especially-
attached to 3 other casinos.
Right. Well, so I heard Tropicana is kind of happening. So I walked. It's like a 10, 15-minute walk to Tropicana. But I walked down there at like 10:30 at night, and everybody's asking me for money on the fucking street. And
Jesus.
shit,
Can't
know
you
what I
walk
mean? So-
within the casinos? There's like 4 of them that are all connected to each
Well,
other.
right now, the thing that used
Caesars,
to be
Bally's,
And-
Wild,
yes,
West.
Caesar, those 3 are connected. So I walked through those, and once I got out of Caesars,
Yeah.
I walked
I know too
the
much.
sidewalk. Yeah.
That's awesome.
But they're turning the Taj Mahal into a Hard Rock now. It's all under construction.
Right,
so,
right.
Yeah. So, so I walked to Tropicana, right? Because I heard it was kind of happening. I was getting a little bit bored, so I walked to
It's on the end, right? Is it on almost on the end?
Sort of. Yeah, sort of.
Yeah.
So I get there, and like there's like a I don't know, there's a band playing, and there's more people around and stuff. It was definitely more.
They have
happening.
cheaper rooms there. That's probably one of the
Tropicana.
reasons. Yeah.
Well, listen,
Yeah,
my
they
room
do.
was dirt cheap. The only reason I went is because I got like a $50 room night
Right.
for fucking, with a giant bathtub and
Yeah.
shit like
Well,
that.
nobody goes there on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, and they gave me.
Remember that year we went for your birthday and we
to
had that
Harris,
amazing
yeah.
room?
Yeah. But so I went and they gave me free food. I had a free dinner. I had 2 free drinks. I had free parking. Dude, they hooked me up with all this
What
shit,
the
so I didn't
fuck?
spend much money when I went
about
down
to
there.
go over there.
Yeah. So and then I spent that money and I won the 100. I won the 400, and then I got one of those Bally's rewards cards.
Right.
So then I started using the rewards card, so
Right.
it looked like I just spent $400 and didn't win that $400.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So hopefully I get up some bonus points, so I'll get like a free. And they're
Even if you win money, they invite you
Yeah.
repeatedly. I
Yeah.
have one of those Bally's cards.
yeah. This is the first time I ever had one. I don't really gamble that much, so.
You can take the shuttle everywhere for free with that card.
Oh yeah.
You just have to show them.
I should have taken the shuttle.
And
'cause it was shady walking.
So now you know. You just have to
Dude,
flash
I
it
was
on the
walking down
shuttle.
You know too much
I was
about it.
walking.
Yeah,
I was walking down the sidewalk like anybody fucks with me, it's on.
Yeah,
like I was
yeah.
like fucking.
That's great.
I was in like total, fucking focused mode to fucking.
When we went there for ZZ Top, I was going to get a room at the Tropicana, but it was so far, and I was like, I don't really want to be shit-faced walking down the boardwalk in the freezing
Yeah, no, you
cold.
don't. No.
You know what I mean? Like with like Melissa or something.
Yeah.
Like we'll get
And-
fucking raped.
Even the bartender, there were 2 girls sitting at the bar at the Wild West, and that's how I knew to go to Tropicana because these 2 girls were all dressed up, and they were like, "Where can we go? What's happening? It's my birthday." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they're like, "We know it's a Tuesday night, and she's like, Tropicana's always happening, so that's why I walked down to the
Right,
Tropicana
right.
also.
You follow the bitches that were dressed up.
Yeah, no. Actually, I
They
didn't.
got to worry about you, not the shady homeless
yeah,
people.
No, they weren't my type. I found a cool little dive bar though. That was like you could tell it was all locals and shit like
Yeah.
that. You know what I mean? It was like this dirty tattooed biker guy
Yeah.
behind the bar.
You got to be careful though.
Oh, yeah,
Your shit just
definitely.
disappears.
Oh, definitely.
You wake up with no kidney in a bathtub full of ice.
I wasn't
getting
out
real
to get
dark.
fucking wasted. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I was just going for walks. You know
Because
what I mean?
the 2 times ago when I was there with my husband, we went to try to find some shady strip clubs because he really likes the
they're
shady
really shady,
ones.
yeah.
He likes that though.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I was like, we're
They're
gonna
fun.
get killed, so I'm gonna bring pepper spray. And like this is you go 2 blocks off the strip. It's super
Yeah,
dangerous.
but there's 2 really shitty ones right on the strip.
Okay, we went off the strip.
Oh yeah.
Oof, Jesus
Yeah.
Christ. We went to this place that was, this place was nude
Yeah.
and they had like folding chairs and I'm like, this isn't even like a real,
Yeah,
Oh my God, that's terrible.
they're not all nude.
Most of them are nude down there,
Because
but you
they
can't
had
buy
that,
booze.
right, they had that scores there
But
and
you
the
could
girls
bring
had to
booze,
wear
right?
pasties.
What's that?
You can bring
Yes, you
booze,
can. You can bring
yeah.
booze in, and most of them have a liquor store attached to the side of them. You know what I mean?
When
So-
they had that scores there, the girls
Manipulation.
had to wear pasties, but the
Oh,
girls
yeah.
were actually hot at that scores.
Yeah, well, I heard that
know.
place closed.
Well, it was inside one of the hotels that closed. That's why.
All right.
That's
They said
why.
I was.
It was really nice.
I was looking for whatever shit going on, and
Yeah.
Scores had come up, but I saw it had closed.
Yeah,
so.
it was
I
really
didn't-
nice. It's actually a shame.
I didn't go to any strip
And the
clubs.
drinks were like manageable priced. It wasn't like crazy strip club priced.
Right,
you know,
right,
it was
right.
like it was good.
So I walk into the Tropicana.
Oh, yeah, we're
and
gonna
I'm
make
sitting
it.
there. No, and this fucking dude who didn't look like some homeless scout or anything. All of a sudden, I see him start digging in the fucking fountain, like with
What?
fucking
change?
for change.
Oh my
Oh man,
God.
dark times.
Shit's about to
Oh,
get
my
real.
Maybe he
God.
wasn't homeless. He just lost his fucking kids' college
Something,
fund.
something. And
That's disgusting.
It was fucking and I'm like, dude, you're taking little kids' hopes and dreams right there. What the fuck are you doing? That's what I was thinking. I didn't say anything, but he's like really digging in there. And at first I'm like, is he doing what I fucking think he's doing? I take a double take. And I'm like, yeah, he's totally thinking change out of there.
Yeah.
Wow,
So I'm like
that's
sitting
sad.
there and I and I'm giggling to myself. I could see him from the bar I was sitting at,
Yeah.
and it was total fucking entertainment for me. So I'm looking around, and there's a security guy with his back to him, you know? So, and I wasn't gonna go, hey, dude, look at the fucking,
Yeah,
I wasn't
yeah.
gonna fucking rat the poor guy. I thought it was hilarious, you know what I mean? So
Oh,
some
shit.
other guy went up to him and was like, yo, dude, put that shit back. What the fuck are you doing? So by this time, I had gotten up from the bar, and I was like walking towards the slot
Hopes
machine.
and dreams.
Yeah, and he fucking, the guy's like, put that shit back in the fucking fountain. So the guy went to go, so he had it in like a coffee cup. And every time he would stop, he would put the coffee cup back on.
And pretend he was drinking coffee. Oh my God, shut the
shit.
fuck up.
Yo, this guy is hysterical.
Yeah, so, and I was fucking laughing my ass off. So I don't know if it was his friend or whatever, like when some other guy, he looked like he could have been with him. They were like two older white guys too. You know what I mean? And he's like, yo, put that fucking shit back. What are you doing? And then he pretended to pour it back in. And he's like, let me look in the cup. And he's like, then he looked in the cup. He's like, pour it back in.
Did he pour it back in?
Yeah, he poured it back in.
Oh my
the guy
God.
made him pour it back in.
Now he's got a whole wet sleeve for
somebody
no
cared
reason.
about
Oh, he told me his arm
Soaking
was right
wet.
in there.
Yeah.
He had like a jean jacket on.
Oh my
You know what
God.
I
Oh, God,
mean?
it's so not worth it.
Fucking
Gross.
Dark
hilarious.
times though, man.
Yeah,
Like
seriously.
he literally lost every penny he had and was trying to think of a way to make some back.
Yeah.
That's what that was
Yeah,
about.
of course.
And that shit's darker in Vegas even.
Yeah.
You know, it looks shinier in Vegas, but it's
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
it's feel like it's
It is.
darker
And
out
listen,
there.
they they don't put. It's
It
funny.
is.
They were putting balconies on the new Hard Rock hotel, which they don't put balconies on those fucking hotels because people will fucking jump. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
So I don't know.
Drugs are bad.
Not even drugs.
And
it's
even gambling is an addiction worse than drugs in some
Yeah.
ways because
I don't gamble. I
people gamble away their family's money without their families knowing and
Yeah.
their kids'
Yeah, yeah.
school money, and that's dark. You
Yeah.
know, it's one thing to do drugs and fuck up your life, but it's another thing when you literally steal all the money from your family and
Yeah.
lose
For a
your
stupid
house.
habit.
And
Yeah.
all of
Well,
that
you
shit.
keep going for that big fucking win, but there's never enough. You know what I
I
mean?
mean,
Weird.
all addiction is bad, but it's a bad one.
Yeah.
People don't really think about that. It's a bad one, though.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. So, and then
I heard Purple did mushrooms last night. Speaking
Yes,
of
Purple did
drugs,
Yeah.
Those are not drugs. Those are
they're still drugs.
from the
Still
earth.
drugs.
It's from
Sorry,
the, it's
still
from-
drugs.
From the
Yeah.
earth.
If it alters
poop.
your mind, it
Yeah.
is a drug.
Yes.
Oh man, I guess I live every day stoned then. Yeah, so
You do
I
live
don't
every
know.
day.
You do. Yeah, we're all quite aware of
Was
that.
that a question? I don't know what the fuck that was. It was a statement.
It's a solution.
All right. What did you do on mushrooms last night?
So I have a really cool apartment with like a lot of lights in every room, and I've never done like any psychedelic in there. So I was like, "Fuck this, man! I want to do it." And like I painted my wall like a universe and stuff. So I don't know. The lights were totally cool. And then my friend was just like, "Oh, these things aren't working the whole time." I'm like, "Yo, just have some patience, you know? Chill." Fucking, I go to the bathroom. I come back out of the bathroom, crouched up on like the bench, just eating the rest of them like a bird. He's like, "They're not working. They're not working."
Oh, Jesus,
I'm
then
like,
an hour
"Yeah,
later,
they're
you
working,
fucking hit
dude."
So he fucking wait. He took a ride to another
And then we're
planet.
just staring at my painting, and it's like this woman with a heart, and it's just like sucking us in, and we're just like freaking out. I don't know. It was crazy. It was awesome.
Good.
Just running around in circles all
I
day,
don't know, man.
all night,
Have you
running
done
around
mushrooms before or
circles.
no?
Yeah, once.
Yeah.
Oh, I love them.
It's not
I'm
for
just
me.
getting too old for this shit.
not for
Music
me.
sounds awesome on mushrooms too.
I don't know, man. So I've had some good mushroom experiences and some bad ones. My bad one was.
I think
listen,
mine was neither good nor bad. It was just there.
Yeah.
I felt like, you know, the way when you're on MDMA, you feel like music sounds really good, but you can also talk about anything,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and you can communicate with people, and it feels like you're opening
That's
up
how
to
I
people.
felt last night.
The mushrooms made me feel closed, like I couldn't talk at all,
All
like
right.
I didn't want to talk. I didn't like, and then pot does the same thing to me though. So
Yes, pot does
Weird.
that to me too.
I'm the
Yeah.
opposite.
Yeah.
I don't shut up.
I've had different experiences on mushrooms. I realize I can't do them out in public. I don't want to be around people I don't know.
Right,
Or, You
right.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
friend was looking outside, opened my door. We can't go out there. Don't go out there. I'm like, yeah, dude, don't go out there.
Yeah. Well, I went to go see Iron Maiden.
Nice.
Yeah. No, not on mushrooms.
mushrooms?
Yeah, it was
Not nice.
No, it was not nice. It was a fucking awful experience. I was fucking miserable. Right before the show, we were sitting here, and fucking a friend of mine, he's like, "Hey man, you want to do mushrooms before we go?" And I was like,
Jeff will take pretty much any drugs anybody hands him.
all right, I have a fucking problem.
He's a little bit of a problem, yeah.
So I took
Hey, you want
it.
some of this? Sure.
Yeah, and I just, without even thinking, I just threw it in my mouth.
Yeah, of course, because that's what you do.
I was like, oh, this is going to be a bad idea.
Yeah.
And Kelsey took them too, right? So, and all of a sudden we get to the place, and all of a sudden it's starting to hit me. And I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ, why did I do this? And we're standing in line for beer, and the line is super long. It's at Madison Square Garden. The line is super fucking long. And all of a sudden, whatchamacallit? We are almost there, and this guy goes to his friend who's in front of us and says, "Hey man, can you get me a beer?" And Kelsey's like, "Hey, why don't you wait in line like the rest of us?" And I'm like, "Yo," I'm like, "What are you trying to get me in a fight here?" You know what I mean? Like, she was all amped up. You know what I mean? So she's like going like crazy.
Yeah, and you're the opposite.
And I was
She's
just
always
trying to
amped up.
I was trying to be in the background.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And she
yeah.
was like amped up. So I'm like, and then so that happened, and I'm like, yo, will you shut the fuck up? I don't want to get in a fight. I said, if that was me there too, like I would have like got my friend a beer too. So she's like, all right, I'm calming down. So she's trying to calm down, and then all of a sudden I see this dude staring at her fucking ass, and I'm like, hey, what the fuck are you looking at? So I'm fucking freaking out, and so
That's hysterical.
he's like, oh nothing, man, I'm just looking at her shirt. I'm like, fuck you, you're looking at her shirt, you're looking right at her fucking ass. So I'm fucking yelling.
What's wrong if somebody looks at her ass, though?
Whatever, dude. I
The
was
mushrooms,
just,
they put you on crazy.
Yes, I was just in
Yeah, it
mode.
does.
Yeah.
So then we get down to the floor, and she's having a great time, and I wanted to be like
This is great.
happy for her having a great time. And another friend of mine was there, and he's having a great time,
And you're
I'm
freaking out.
fucking miserable. I
Yeah.
just want to go home.
Yeah.
And we're like
shit.
on the floor. Iron Maiden is 3 feet from us.
Oh, man.
You know what
How
I
are you
mean?
miserable?
Yeah.
What-
I was
what's wrong?
fucking miserable.
It's not, some drugs just affect people in different ways, you know?
I do that shit. I need to be in solitude.
Yeah.
I'm really good at pulling people out of bad trips.
I remember you telling me once, and please correct me if I get this wrong. You and Kelsey did mushrooms. You guys were at your house when you guys lived in the duplex.
Yes.
And that you were on like completely different heads, and you were downstairs doing something. I can't
Yes.
remember. And all
like
of a
I know
sudden,
the story.
Kelsey comes down the stairs dressed up like a clown.
Yes.
And you were like, "Oh, we are definitely in a different fucking headspace right
so
now."
this
Oh
was-
my God,
I
that's
was like, "That's
amazing. I love it.
This was a good experience on mushrooms, and we were both not on the same page.
Oh, she's great.
But
That's
so a friend of mine gave me this giant bag of mushrooms. They've been sitting in our freezer for a year. I'm like, I don't do them that often. You know what I mean? And I don't
year?
want to do them that
Holy
often.
shit.
But they were sitting in my freezer for like a year.
I have mushrooms in my freezer that have been there for probably 5
Dude,
years.
just,
Yeah. Well, so one night I had some friends over, and they left early. It was like 10 o'clock. And me and Kelsey were like, "Oh, why don't we take some of those mushrooms that are in the and it was wintertime. So I'm like, why don't we take some of those mushrooms that are in the freezer? So we took a little bit, and then Kelsey's like, I'm not really feeling anything. I was
Yeah,
like, well,
that's what
let's take a
everyone
little bit more. So she hands me a fucking handful, and I jams them in my mouth. I'm like, oh boy, here we go. So then I'm gonna try to shorten up the story a little bit because it's a long story. But so then we so
But it's a good story.
Yeah, it's a good one. So
that's
then-
why it's somehow still hanging in my brain.
yeah. So then, and at the time, I had a duplex. I had a big giant apartment. You know what I mean? So then we're all of a sudden we're really high at this point, and she made this she makes a really good fucking apple cider from scratch. So she's like, why don't I take that apple cider and I'll add the mushrooms into it, and then we'll drink it.
Right.
And we're
Yes.
already, and dude, this was a big old
And you're
satchel.
already all
Oh
fucked
my
up.
God,
out
can
of
you
our
guys
minds.
just share that?
So we did that, and we drank the rest of it.
Which is crazy.
Which is
but you
crazy.
already don't. You're out of your mind
Yeah,
already. Yeah,
exactly.
you just keep doing it.
Yeah,
Like
so-
that time we did 13 hits of E on my birthday.
Yeah.
Oh my
Just keep-
God,
just keep eating.
Jesus.
Yeah, and you just
We
can't
were
stop.
we just couldn't stop.
Yeah.
Last night I was
so-
shoving the mushrooms in my beer and drinking it and eating mushrooms while drinking the mushroom beer. I was
See?
just, I was
And-
like pretty on the same
and
level.
that's what you got to do.
You gotta lock it up somewhere that you can't get to it.
All
Yeah.
of them, like $80 worth of mushrooms.
That's what I did.
Crazy.
So we ate all of them, right? So all of a sudden I'm like, all right, let me put like a weird movie on or something like that. And I put the movie on. I don't know if I put on like Star Wars or something. I couldn't even see the movie. It looked like a cartoon to me. I was like, this is ridiculous. I turned all the now Kelsey disappeared. I don't know where she went. So I turn all the lights off. I'm butt naked in the middle of the floor. I got candles going. It's
Oh,
dark
Jesus.
down there. There's sage going. I'm like having a moment.
Yeah, it's good.
And fucking, I got like my arms up in the air like fucking Platoon. You know what I mean? So,
I'm picturing Jeff naked in the candlelight, like praying to some god he doesn't even know.
Yeah,
I was
no,
pouring
no,
wax
it's
on
just out of
myself
my mind.
last night. It was fucking awesome.
Oh my God.
And in the basement there was a light. I could see a light coming from upstairs because there was a upstairs light. And so it was a different world up there, and I didn't want to go up there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was a different world, and I don't know what. I didn't even know Kelsey was around. I don't, you know what I mean?
She's clowning around somewhere,
Yeah.
right?
So next thing you know,
That's
fucking
awesome.
Kelsey comes bopping down the stairs, dressed like a fucking clown, and
Wow,
like a
that's
fucking
awesome.
tutu,
I
and
love
fucking
it.
all this kind of shit. And I'm there, and I'm like, yo, you're killing my buzz right now.
Oh, shit.
And she's like, "Doo-doo-doo," like fucking having a grand old time.
Oh, that's
and it
so
was like,
funny.
we were on and I don't even know what happened to the rest of the night. All I know is later on,
That shit is amazing.
we were
I
coming
can't.
down.
My
We were
face
coming
hurts from
down.
laughing at
We
this.
must have went for like 10 hours. All of a sudden, we're coming down. It's down like fucking 5, 6, 7 o'clock in the morning. Who knows? And she's got epilepsy, so I'm getting nervous.
Oh,
I'm like,
shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh man, like. I'm fucking 40 years old, and I'm gonna bring her to the hospital.
Yeah, tripping on mushrooms.
Tripping on mushrooms.
Oh, wow,
I'm like,
this got
I'm too
dark.
fucking old for this. You know what I mean? What am I doing? So she didn't have any problems, but that's what was going
Wow.
through my head.
Right,
so,
right.
Yeah, but we had a fun night. And that was, I've done them a little bit since then.
That time we did all that I tried to go. Remember, you couldn't leave the house. We left the house, and it was like a nightmare. And you were like, you had to go back to the house. And I came to Lucky 13 by myself.
Oh,
Do you
God.
remember that?
I don't even remember that.
I was
Oh,
so
wow.
fucked up.
I did. You went in
Jesus.
sunglasses.
I went, yeah, I had sunglasses on. I was so fucked up.
Oh,
And
my
I walked
God.
into Lucky 13 and I was in jeans and Converse. And people were like, never saw me like that. And people were like, what's up? And I was like, I am so high. And, and Slayer came on the jukebox and I was like, I got to get out of here. This is awful.
That's why I was like, I'm not
awful.
leaving my house.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Joe, I'm getting
I almost
anxiety.
left to go get
Yeah,
food. and
sorry,
then I was
getting
like,
that
this is a
drug
bad
anxiety.
idea.
Yeah.
We just crushed up all this fucking
Oh,
and
God.
snorted it. And then,
That shit'll give me a heart
I really,
attack.
really wanted a pack of cloves and some ginger ale. So we went to the store and I put on sunglasses and Jeff's like, everybody's going to know you're high. You're wearing sunglasses.
Yeah.
But I'm like, it's so bright in the store. And I went in the store and I'm like, because we snorted it all. So I'm sniffing. I got sunglasses on. Jeff's outside. I
Oh,
realized I
God.
don't have any money.
Oh, God.
When
So
I'm
now-
up there to pay for
Like,
shit.
it's like,
And
like
now I got to come in like all
And then Jeff
tweaking
has
out.
to come in with money, tweaking out of his brain. Good times.
Yeah, fun.
Good times.
Fun.
You can't get good ecstasy anymore, though. So
No, definitely
No,
not.
you can't
That's
do
the
that.
shame.
That
Put
MDMA
so much
stuff
bad
is-
shit in it now. Like,
Yeah,
oh,
that
it's
MDMA
really. I
stuff
got to meet a
is-
scientist. If there's any scientists out there
Yeah.
that actually can make pure MDMA, let me know.
Real ecstasy. Like it used to be good. Like I tried Molly and like. Oh,
But
I
it's
didn't
not.
like
it's
it.
supposed
Nah,
to
the
be
Molly
pure
and Thailand is
MDMA,
what's up.
but it's
Yeah,
not.
It's supposed to be pure,
But it's not.
No, it's not.
It's
It's
good.
cut with like crystal meth. and
All
sorts
kinds of
crazy
shit is in there.
I don't know. We're too old for
Drugs
this
are
shit, man.
bad.
We are
Yeah,
too
we're
old for
Drugs
this
are
shit.
bad.
I like to do it a couple of times a year, but I won't put anything in my body if I don't know what it is. That's the problem.
I like
So-
only psychedelics and weed, strictly. Like I gave up all the like MDMA, Molly, all that stuff. Like
Yeah, I haven't done that stuff.
It's
in a
just-
long
it
time.
makes
I
my
mean,
heart race
I don't
too
think
much.
psychedelics are for me.
Yeah,
They're not-
I don't
you
know.
know-
I think
like
I go to a dark place.
I think they're good for like I think they're good
I
for
like
medicinal
ride the dark
purposes.
wave.
Honestly, they're like because you can go inside yourself and you can. But if you just, I can't do them to party anymore. I'm too old for
Right,
shit. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
But like to use them as a medicinal purpose, yes. You know what I mean?
When I did them last night, I became like Wonder Woman and started doing all new pole tricks that I didn't even know how to do. It was insane, and it felt so good. Like your body is just like in touch. I don't know. I always have a good trip. I don't.
Because you're fucking young.
Well,
Purple.
you're
As
young
soon
and
as
you're
you get-
high all the time. Fucking
Once you get, once the older-
whatever. You haven't let your brain actually settle for a while.
The older you get,
It's never gonna settle.
it doesn't get as fun as it used to be. You'll see. You'll see.
Oh,
you wait,
no.
kid. You wait, kid.
Oh, jolly.
Terrible. Let's do
Yeah.
the news.
Yeah. That's it? We're going right to the news?
Well, do you have more to say about drugs? Since that's the topic of the day.
No.
Is the news about
Since
drugs?
you're getting anxiety.
Yeah, no, I don't
And I
know.
just need to find a scientist.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I'm going to start hanging out at MIT or
Ooh, awesome.
where are all the scientists in New York?
I don't know. Listen,
Where do they
real
go to
ecstasy.
school?
I'm like, I remember the first time I was like, if everybody took this in the world would be a
Be a
fucking
great
beautiful
place, happy
Oh,
place.
Jesus.
Yeah.
It's
It
true,
was. I was
though.
like,
Yeah,
man.
it makes you feel love and
Yeah, it does.
had everything.
It does.
Like,
It
woo-wee.
does.
That's the shit.
I used
Yeah,
to go.
it is the shit.
Like,
It's
it's
happy.
At
Yeah.
like 21 years old, like I used to go to raves. Like I didn't really care for the music. It was a drug culture.
my
you know?
music.
I never
man.
did. I never did any drugs in my life until I started dating Jeff. And
Bad
I was
influence,
30 something years old the first time I did
What?
ecstasy.
You said you see drugs though. It's not like we would do ecstasy once.
But I
in a
had
while.
never tried any drugs before. I
crazy.
smoked pot once when I was a teenager. I
You
never
corrupted her.
I never
I
did
did.
any drugs in my life.
Yeah.
Until I met
You're a
Jeff.
bad
I was like,
Obama.
this is so fun, man. You're gonna try this. And
I
it
was out of my
like-
mind. I kept going to the computer to figure out what my brain was doing, why my brain was feeling so good. And he was
Yeah.
like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "Well, I can't see
She
it
needs
because my
to know.
eyes were going crazy."
Yeah,
you
it
can't
starts like
read.
jittering and like,
Yeah.
But I was dying to figure out chemically why I felt so good. I was like, I have to figure this out.
serotonin.
I don't know why. I don't know what happened to it. Like, I don't know why ecstasy disappeared. I feel like it was such a. It wasn't. It was used like when you did real ecstasy. Like I felt good for days on it. I didn't get depressed afterwards. I was like,
Well,
you know?
also they say that you have a limited amount of times you can do it.
Yeah.
Before
They
you
do say
stop.
that.
And maybe that's true. Maybe your
is.
serotonin uptake becomes like harder and harder to flood
You
your
get
brain
so
with that much
depressed the next day.
serotonin.
That's why I stopped. I was
See,
like, it's gross.
See, that's why the shit is the shit that they were making was garbage. Like I got to be honest. Like when I did really good stuff, I felt great for days afterwards. you
And
know
that's what
I
it
mean?
was
Like,
supposed to originally
exactly.
do.
It was
you know?
it was supposed to be an
I don't know
antidepressant.
what
I think.
I don't know what the hell they put in it.
Yeah.
Well, they used it for therapy for a while
Yeah.
when it was legal.
Yeah.
They would dose people that had PTSD or issues that they couldn't talk about
Mm-hmm.
and have therapy sessions on it.
Yeah.
You know?
Just brings everything to the surface.
Yeah.
Well, it does. It was really nice. I was cool. Like it was. It wasn't. I don't know. It was therapeutic. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
And now it's shit.
Ayahuasca.
So once again, if there's a scientist out
Yeah,
there,
it wasn't like doing.
give me a buzz.
I feel like I like.
Literally.
Listen, it's not like it's doing coke or heroin or like
Ew.
anything like
Crack.
that. You know what I mean? I feel like it's a nice. I don't know. I want to expand I want to open up my doors of perception,
yes,
man.
yes, yes.
See, that's how I feel about the mushrooms. Because like the next day you don't feel like shit. You just feel back to normal.
I have some DMT. I'm kind of afraid. Of
I have
it.
some too. I'm
I'll do
afraid
it
to
with you,
too.
man. Let's do it all right now on the podcast.
I've had
I'm
it
a
for
little
long-
scared.
We'll just be
I've had
talking
it
here
for
for
a
like
long
2 minutes apparently, right? Only.
Yeah, because
Who knows what we'll say?
You need like a spotter.
Yeah,
Something
yeah,
like that.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
All right, who's spotting us? Anybody out there?
Yeah. Well, because ayahuasca has DMT.
Right,
you know
that's
what
the
I mean?
active
So-
ingredient.
Exactly.
but-
I've never done that ever.
So, well, you can unless you go to a.
Yeah,
Or
you need-
DMT.
you
Like,
need
I've
to
never
go-
done any of those
you
things.
need- the ayahuasca, you need to go to a shaman. I wouldn't recommend going and.
You
doing
better
it
invite me
anywhere
next
else.
time.
I will. I mean,
But if I
listen, I
shit
will.
my pants,
I will give
don't
you,
tell anyone.
I will.
If you shit in your pants, you're talking about it on the podcast. So shut the
Yeah,
fuck
yeah.
up.
Listen, I spoke about my shit.
That's
in my
right.
pants
We're gonna
story,
get you some
so-
white
It's a little different.
sweatpants.
I shit glitter. No, I'm just kidding.
You know,
Yeah, she shits purple.
Purple
definitely.
glitter.
Yeah.
All right,
All right,
perfect.
please some news, purple.
So we got Cliff Burton's hometown. They officially will recognize his birthday as Cliff Burton Day.
Do you know who Cliff Burton is?
Some dude that's he's being a dude.
She doesn't
and,
know. She doesn't know.
No, he was the original bass player for Metallica.
Oh, go ahead.
And
go
many
Metallica.
and many people think that Metallica was never the same after he died, which is one, and I'm one of those people.
Yeah,
Aw.
they weren't. But who knows what they would have turned into? Also, he wasn't
I
even.
guess,
he
but
wasn't.
I'm just saying that was a turning point for a lot of people.
Yeah, it was.
Oh.
I don't know.
Well,
rumor
the
had it that
petition-
they were going to throw Lars out of the band right before.
I don't know.
You never know.
You never know, but the petition for the official Cliff Burton Day began about 2 weeks ago. One Metallica fan, the petition asks the local government of Burton's hometown, Castro Valley, California, to recognize Burton's February 10th birthday as official Cliff Burton Day. At the time, the Castro Valley Municipal Advisory Council was on board with the idea, voting 7-0 on the resolution, and was just waiting on the Alameda County Board of Supervisors to vote. Now Metallica has announced the board has also voted yes that Cliff Burton's blah, blah, blah. It's his birthday. Woo, 56th birthday.
That's weird.
It's kind of cool, though, I guess. It's a
Yeah.
nice
At
memory.
least he's recognized for
Yeah.
having a contribution to the music
Yeah.
world. So
Yeah,
he
it's
died on
nice.
tour. He got thrown out of the bus window during an accident and crushed
I
by the
heard
bus.
about that.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
It's pretty terrible.
Who threw him out the friggin' That's a terrible way to go.
Who threw him out the way? He fell out the way. The bus rolled over. He fucking.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought you said
He
somebody
Got crushed
threw
by
him.
the tour
no,
bus.
yeah, he didn't get thrown out the window.
Ouch.
I mean, yeah, nobody threw him out the window. He got thrown out the
Right,
window.
correct.
Nobody threw him out.
Correct.
God, poor guy, man.
Yeah, terrible and really young.
Yeah,
I died kind of doing what you love, I suppose. Going on tour.
yeah.
So Ozzy, as we all kind of saw this coming, he said he's not retiring after his final tour, just not touring anymore. Whatever the
I mean, that's fair.
That means he's
it's
gonna
his
keep-
final tour, but he's
Yeah.
going to keep making music.
Yeah,
Because he's getting old, man.
That's fair. Who the fuck wants to tour when you're fucking 70?
Exactly.
You know?
He's going to want to come
but that's
back.
how they make money now. That you don't
I
make
know.
it fucking selling records.
know.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah, they got to get all
April
them
14th, we
concert
got
tickets.
Little Ozzy playing here. So
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
little
that's my
Ozzy.
birthday, too.
Mini Ozzy coming in
Yeah.
through
That's crazy, man.
April 14th. That's pretty hilarious.
So Ozzy goes,
When
I'm
will
not
tickets be on
retiring.
sale?
I don't know. We're gonna do a ticket link up for them.
Okay.
I don't know.
We should do it soon.
Yeah, we shall.
Tickets.
All right, remind me.
Okay.
Okay. So Ozzy says that he's not retiring to the Rolling Stone on a call from his Los Angeles home. He says, it's no more tours. I'm just not doing world tours anymore. I'm still going to be doing gigs. See, he's already going back. But I'm not going on tour for 6 months at any time anymore. I'd like to spend some time at home.
Maybe he'll just do like one-off gigs, like an
Yeah.
Ozfest or a
Exactly.
fucking.
Or he'll
I
come
love
to He's
Ozfest.
coming to New York. Hey, why don't I do a show in New York? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to fuck. He lives in L.A., but you
Well,
know.
the way he sees it is that he's simply achieving balance in his life. He said, I've experienced fantastic things. It's been an incredible journey. I just need to slow it down a little. He adds, after years of missing out on his children's milestones, he wants to be there more for the rest of his family. I enjoy being a grandfather. The singer who recently became a granddad again offers, I don't want to go through another generation of Osbournes without seeing them grow up.
I mean,
That's cute.
That's fair. And he was a fucking wild man.
He was, but he's still a wild man. Listen, when
That's
he has
why he can't stop.
When he has too much time on his hands, what was it? He was banging his hairdresser not long
He's
ago.
out of control.
Remember Sharon left him for like
my
2 seconds.
God.
Wait, what happened?
He was banging his hairdresser. He was banging his hairdresser because they're
I
both.
thought you said hair dryer. I
No,
was
his
like, what?
hairdresser. He was banging his hairdresser.
Oh,
and like,
fuck.
you know, Sharon does all this TV and all this kind of stuff, so she's busy as fuck. She's not around. So Ozzy's home by himself, so he goes to the hairdresser. So he started banging his hairdresser. And she like fucking announced it on The View or whatever
Yeah.
show she's on. Like,
She doesn't give a fuck.
No, she doesn't give a fuck. And then she went right
Word.
back to him, which is, you know, she's
She's like, I was in an open marriage. I didn't know it was an open marriage.
Aw.
I'm like, all right. Yeah. He's wild though. You should read The Dirt, Motley Crue's The Dirt.
I have it. I
know
have
I've
it.
been telling you got to read
I
it
know.
for years. There's some Ozzy sections in there that are fucking phenomenal.
Yeah.
Just phenomenal. Like he would always outdo. Everyone would be like, that's the most fucked up shit I ever saw. And then Ozzy like snorted a line of ants
Yeah, I remember that
were
story.
walking.
Oh, come on. Oh,
like,
God.
I
Like,
remember
because
that
he's
story.
that out of his fucking mind.
Yeah.
So it's definitely worth the read.
I'm going to throw
Yeah.
up.
It's pretty amazing.
Where do the ants go? In
Yeah,
his
it's
brain?
disgusting,
Yeah,
man.
they fucking go right down. They go into
They
your
go
stomach.
down your throat.
They go down
yeah.
your
God, I'm
throat.
going to throw up, please.
Well, you know, your nose is connected to you.
You're not eating any fried cockroaches in
Oh,
Thailand,
I feel like they
guess.
would just go in my eyeballs or something. I don't know.
Your nostrils are not connected to your eyeballs,
No, no.
Purple.
They feel like they
your
are.
nasal cavity is not connected to you.
Oh, God, he makes me throw up. Anyway, so there's a lawsuit dropped against the booker for the injury at a Cannibal Corpse show. Wonder what happened here. You guys hear
Everybody
about
getting
this?
sued. We
Yeah.
can say we are, right?
No, we're not supposed to talk about that.
All right.
Jesus.
We are, but we can't talk about it.
We can't talk about it.
Anyway,
Fuckers.
so we can talk about this, though. Pardue. Who's Pardue? Is that a dude? All right, well, whatever.
Yeah, he was the
That's
booker.
a weird name.
My lawyer said, you guys shouldn't be talking about that on the podcast, right? I'm like, I guess I know. I don't know if Jeff knows. So now there you go.
Yeah, well, I figured it wasn't cool to talk about
Let's
it.
not talk. Not
oh,
now.
shit, you're
right.
talking about it again.
I figured we shouldn't. But we can say it, but we can't just go into any detail about it.
Well, let's just drop it.
All right.
Okay.
We don't want to. We don't want to. We're touching the fire. Anyway, so somebody was thrown down during Pardue was thrown down during the show and sustained a spinal injury. Ouch! That would end up costing him and his family over $1.2 million in medical treatments. Ew!
Would he break his back?
Ow!
Yeah, something like that. I forget. I read the article and I fucking brain farted.
I mean, that's pretty
Brain
bad.
farted. Originally,
But
a
whose
Humboldt
fault
County
is
judge.
that? He broke his spine in the pit?
He was
Yeah.
thrown down. Yeah. Ooh. Ah.
By
Yeah.
who, though? Isn't the
don't know.
person that threw him on the ground responsible,
Yeah,
not the
but-
band or
Yeah,
the venue?
Yeah.
Well,
Such
there's
a
like a
bunch of
lawsuit
bullshit.
against the company who put the show on at Soul Kitchen
Jesus
Music
Christ.
Hall and Mobile.
So the promoting company is at fault.
Yeah, that's what they're trying to.
That's insane.
But apparently it's dropped.
Yeah, in Alabama, Supreme Court has ruled that the lawsuit cannot go any further. So yeah, it got dropped. It's wrong to let the
Good,
suit
because
against
that's
them
the not.
go
I mean, they
forward.
didn't do anything.
No.
You know, it's not their fault.
Yeah, apparently Dillinger Escape Plan has been sued 1 million times for people getting hurt at their shows.
Yeah, it's fucking
Your music
crazy,
is too
man.
crazy. It makes
Yeah,
people want to
man,
be
I'm
crazy.
Sorry, you go somewhere. and
If
shit
you
happens.
know if you step near a mosh pit, there's a chance that you might actually get hurt.
Yeah.
I mean, I
You
bit
know?
through my tongue during Children of Bodom once. Like literally a hole through my tongue. I was just laughing and in the pit,
You didn't
bouncing
sue the
around.
band?
I
You
hit the
didn't try and
ground
sue
and I just bit right through it.
You didn't sue the band.
Blood
You're
everywhere.
"Oh, you
No,
guys-
I just-
You guys made me
just
too
kept
crazy,
going, man."
man. So now I'm gonna sue you.
It healed in like 2 days. The tongue heals so
Tongue
fast.
heals real
Oh my
fast.
God.
I think my tongue piercing hole is actually closed.
Is it?
I mean, it was in there for
crazy.
20 fucking years. I think it's closed.
Stick it to us.
So wait, people that cut their tongues in half, it could go back to normal?
No, because
No.
that's sutured up, like,
Yeah.
and it heals apart.
I
It's
always
like
thought about
healed
doing
apart.
that. I always wanted
Yeah, I
to do
don't
it.
like it. Creeps me out.
It's pretty freaky.
Yeah.
I like it. Anyway, so Best Buy said they're going to stop selling CDs in July. Target's also considering pulling the format. Well, there goes.
Do
the
they
old
sell them
life.
at stores even anymore?
Yeah. Well, they sell them at Best Buy.
I know
and
they
Target.
sell them.
FYI.
I know they sell them online at Best Buy and Target, but do they sell them in the actual
Yes.
stores?
Yes, they do.
Because I don't remember seeing CDs at Target.
Yeah, they do.
I have no
They
idea
do.
either. Well, I guess the whole world is just changing. You know?
And fucking Eyes of the Sun Records coming out March 16th. And
Yeah, there you go.
Motherfuckers.
Will they still sell them online?
Yeah,
that
they'll sell them
sucks.
People
Yeah.
only buy shit on Amazon anyway anymore. They'll buy them at your
Nice.
shows. That's where they're going to pick it up.
Yeah.
That's where people are going to buy it.
I know.
Like at your shows.
It's a bummer for
You're
CD
gonna have
collectors.
most people just do MP3 downloads now.
Yeah.
You have a Bandcamp up?
We got nothing up right
You
now.
got nothing
And
up
March
yet.
16th, everything's
Okay.
going up.
Okay.
You'll be able to get the fucking chapter
Yeah,
one.
so a new Eyes of the Sun record drops March 16th, and
yeah.
we just got a little preview of the video here at the old Lucky 13 Saloon. And you'll be able
Now
to
you
see
sound
that.
like the
That
reporter.
shit, and that shit will drop on March 16th.
The video's going to come out before that.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna
It's
release-
brutal.
Yeah, we're gonna
Yeah.
we're gonna release the video before our show on March 8th at Gramercy.
Okay.
So
March 8th at Gramercy. I think I'm actually going to be here.
yeah, you better be there for
I think
it. Or
I
we're
might.
not friends anymore.
I think I might.
go.
I think I might
Thank you,
leave
Purple.
on like the 12th to the 13th.
Good.
So
Purple, we're going on early. We're going on at like fucking
Perfect. I can still work.
6:30. I'm gonna tell her 6:30. We're going on.
yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah. Lie to me. Always
What
lie
day
to
of
me
the week
about
is it
time.
again?
It's a Thursday.
She doesn't work here on Thursdays.
Yeah.
Good. So we're going on super early though. So you're gonna come support.
Just
her.
remind me because I'm a pothead. And
We're
I'll
not
be like,
friends.
what
I'll
day is
remind
it
you.
again?
I'll remind you. Don't worry about it. I'll remind you. I think I'm gonna fuck off to India for a little while.
Ooh, I want to
don't blame
come.
you.
Oh, I want to do
Yeah, I
things.
need to get out of here.
Yeah, I don't blame you, man. I just
Me
want to
too.
be.
I need to
hurts.
I
fuck
just want
off
to be out
too.
there all the time.
Yeah. Well, I don't.
Yeah.
But I need a. My last like 3 vacations weren't vacations. I was working on them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You know what's I find though, when you fucking go out of and get away from people, like your senses kind of come back. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
You need
like
to be alone sometimes.
We're so
Overstimulated.
Overstimulated in New York. Like it was kind of nice. Like I was walking down a fucking empty boardwalk the other day.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And it was kind of nice.
Yeah.
You know, no nothing around me except
Except for the guy that you wanted to turn into a slot machine.
Yes.
Slut machines.
And the fucking goddamn seagulls.
Yeah.
I like seagulls. Yep, that's it. Is that it for the news?
Yeah, man. No more CDs, and
more
Target's
CDs.
considering pulling the format, and whatever they're bargaining.
I
with
mean, my
labels.
my new laptop doesn't even have a CD drive in it. So where are people
Oh,
even
shit.
playing CDs anymore?
And that's it. Nobody's got my. I'm surprised my fucking car has a CD player.
It's
They
sad,
don't-
man.
oh,
I
you
miss
know,
the good old days, you know.
Who the hell's
Beepers
car
and
was
tape
I
players.
in that didn't have a CD player? Someone just bought a car. Was it Melissa?
Maybe.
No. Somebody I know just bought a car and it didn't come with a CD player in it. And they,
I agree if it didn't come with a CD player.
what?
I mean, it's going to become obsolete.
And
Like,
they were like, I really want a CD player. Maybe it was Sean that was telling me this. Venom Tracksuit.
oh yeah.
I think it was Sean, and he was like, "What am I supposed to do with all my CDs? I only played them in the car." But it's like another $300 just to get a CD player in the fucking car.
It's going to be like an 8-track fucking.
That's
thing.
crazy.
Yeah.
I used to date a guy that had a hearse that had a working 8-track in the hearse.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I never had to work an 8-track.
We used to have that Kiss 8-track. I think somebody stole it.
Yes, we did.
Shit.
We always get shit stolen
Yeah,
from
she
us.
steals all the time. It wasn't worth
suck.
anything, though, really.
Yeah, but it was a cool piece of memorabilia. That's why somebody stole it.
Of
God,
course.
people are so selfish.
People suck.
Jesus.
We get people's shit stolen here all the time. Well,
Yeah, we
We
have
should've
cameras
just let
now, so it
somebody
doesn't
steal the
happen
dicks,
really so
yeah.
often
What's
now.
that?
Somebody should have just stole the dick hanging on the ceiling that I left.
I got rid of that dick.
Yeah,
What
Jeff's
did you
mother
do
was
with it? You
Jeff's
threw it
mother was
away.
upset about it.
I was actually
you
upset
should have
by
gave
it.
me back my dick, man.
I was
could've-
upset.
Shoulda gave
by
Purple
it.
her dick
I'm
back.
sorry. I walk in, I see this big fucking giant dick hanging from the ceiling.
And you had a little anxiety.
I know.
I
I
don't
got
wanna
so
see
drunk
it.
that
Like, I'm
night.
just
I was
like
just
fucking-
smacking people with dicks all night.
Dick competitiveness, anxiety.
No, nothing like that. Just I don't want
It
to
was
see
a pretty big one, right?
Yeah, there's kids that come walking by in the summertime.
Whatever. We have
you know what I
fucking
mean? So-
terrible things
You'll
in
never
here.
see the
Yeah.
The dick is the least
Melody
thing that
supports
kid
my
should be
dick,
worried
all
about
right?
seeing.
I was offended.
Kids have dicks.
I was offended.
Kids have dicks.
They do.
Yeah, they'll be like, that's
Jeff's
my
not worried
that's my
about all the
danger.
fucking porn and fucking horror
no,
shit
no,
Yeah, we
everywhere.
got porn on the TVs, huh?
Yes, but
what
I
about
don't.
those
I,
dicks?
listen, they're not allowed to put
porn on when your mom comes
that
here?
shit. No, that shit doesn't go on until after 9 o'clock.
Well, that's fine. That's fair.
All right. So
But
we
I
hang
mean,
the dicks
still,
up
there's a
at
lot
9
of
o'clock.
there's a lot of brutal shit out there.
Yeah, no, I know, but there's no dicks on the wall.
Oh wow! I love that America.
What if it was
you
a
have been so
vagina?
brainwashed by America because
America.
in America people think that
Dicks are bad.
nudity is worse than violence, which is insane. That's why our movies and our TV shows get rated a certain way based on you can't have tits on TV, but you can show somebody getting fucking beheaded, which is insane. That's not right.
I agree.
I don't know. I
Not
agree.
right.
Sounds good to
And
me.
in every other country, you can have tits on TV, but showing massive serial violence like that is not allowed.
It's true. When
'Cause
we
they
were
want-
in Greece, there was fucking porn on the television set.
Yeah, I mean, like
just
when softcore
flipping-
porn.
No, it was fucking hard. There was full. You were asleep. There was like fucking hardcore pen. I'm jerking off in front
Dude,
of the
these
TV.
kids are
while
going
you
to
were
find out what
sleeping.
life's about anyway, sooner or later.
It was hardcore porn. It was like, it was late at night, but it was hardcore
Well,
porn.
I mean,
on the
we
television.
might have had some cable there. It might not have been like regular television. Like it was.
You flip through the channels,
you know?
just regular television.
But I know there's
Here.
tits and stuff there.
Yeah.
But I don't think there's like hardcore porn on regular television channels. There is nudity though. There is nudity.
Yeah,
Which should be okay. The human body is a beautiful thing. It should be fine.
it is. Yeah, why don't you guys pull your tits up?
Marvelous. I don't have tits.
Purple doesn't have any tits.
Yeah, I decline.
Let's see your nipples.
She's very
I'm not-
shy
I don't
about
have
her
nipples.
tits. She's not a tit. She doesn't show her tits.
I'm an alien. I don't have
Yeah, I think
nipples.
she might be an alien without nipples.
Oh yeah.
I don't want
weird.
anyone to know, but now everyone knows. Fuck it.
All right, let's wrap it up. I'll
All right.
take it.
All right.
Come see me dance tonight. Woo!
Yeah, come see Purple Dance tonight, and we will
My
talk to you.
And
Alien
Friday
titties.
and Sunday.
Yeah, and
All the
we'll talk to you next
I'll
week.
see you guys
Meow.
on the weekend and talk to you next week.
Yeah.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.